Hey guys, welcome back. I wanted to revisit a video that I did a couple of months back called Maximizing Your Dividends. In that video, I talked about taking the dividends that you receive monthly and using those funds, along with any other money that you're putting into your investments, to purchase other dividend paying stocks. Now, this is an alternative, if you will, to using the DRIP function that many brokerages use today, where your dividends are simply reinvested back into the stock that paid you that dividend. Personally, for me, I like to do it a different way where I like to decide every month what it is that I want to buy with the dividends that I receive. So I don't have drip turned on with any of my investments because, as I said, I want to make that choice myself based on what might be a good buy at the time. Anyway, in the video, Maximizing Your Dividends, I talked about the timing of when ex-div date happens, which means when you have to purchase or you have to have those stocks by, but also when those actual payments are received, and then trying to line those up with certain dividends that pay, and they pay before another stock possibly goes ex-dividend. So let me show you on a spreadsheet here what I'm talking about because it's happened again for me. Okay, so on my screen, I have a share of four different stocks: Manulife Financial, Fortis, TELUS, and TD Bank. And these are all stocks that are held within my wife's TFSA. And what I wanted to focus on here was, as I said, the ex dividend date for these stocks, as well as the actual dividend pay date. And I put the four steps here of how this all works together. So if we look at the Fortis stock first, we know that Fortis went ex-dividend on May 16th of this year, 2023, and that payment would have been made on June 1st of 2023. So in my wife's case, she has 150 stocks of Fortis, so she received $84.75 on June 1st, and that you can see there in the first line. So with that money, she can now go and buy TELUS because TELUS doesn't go ex-dividend until June 8th. Well, she receives the money on June 1st. Now, given when that payment is, if it's on a Saturday or Sunday, and of course, it's usually a day later that we get it into our bank, the absolute latest, if this was, say, on a Saturday, the absolute latest that that money would be in her account would be on June 4th, well in time to hit the ex-dividend date for TELUS. So in this example, based on current pricing for TELUS, she can buy 3 shares of TELUS with the money that she received from Fortis. Now, you can see there on line 2, TELUS goes ex-dividend on June 8th, and that money is then received on July 4th. I'm going to ignore the end of that line there for a second, because prior to TELUS going out and paying the actual dividend, Manulife, who went ex-dividend on May 27th, will have paid out their dividend on June 20th, and that you can see there in column D. So in my wife's case here, she has 200 shares of Manulife, giving her a $72 payment in dividends from Manulife. So now we have a few dollars left over from the purchase of the 3 shares. We now have Manulife paying out $72 to go along with the few dollars that are still left from those purchases. And now on July 4th, TELUS actually goes ex-dividend, and with those additional shares, my wife is going to receive a $46.55 on July 4th dividend payment from TELUS. So we still have a few dollars remaining. I haven't done the actual math there, but from the original purchase of TELUS shares, we now have a $46.55 payment from TELUS on July 4th, and we have a $72 payment received from Manulife on June the 20th. Lo and behold, TD Bank goes ex-dividend on July 7th, and that more than gives her enough to buy 1 share, not quite enough to buy 2 shares of TD Bank, but all of those purchases now made with dividend money. At the end of that month, she has 3 new shares of TELUS, she has 1 share of TD, and by putting a few dollars with it, she can have 2 shares of TD. So pick up of 5 shares there for what might amount to maybe $25 or $30. I haven't done the exact math there. But again, all within this 1 month period here, these dividend ex-div dates and actual pay dates And of course, when you receive the money in your account, utilizing those dividend payments to purchase yourself more stocks. And in this case here, if I just look at TD as getting one share only, this didn't cost anything. For a few dollars, it would have gotten her 2 shares of TD. So just something to keep thinking about. And I do this on a spreadsheet every month where I look at what are the ex-div dates and what are the actual pay dates for everything in our portfolio, and what might we be able to tie together to get some more shares into our account sooner, giving us more dividend income. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you have the opportunity to do this within your portfolio as well and get those dividends maximized as high and as quickly as you can, because it's going to snowball and it's going to go like crazy for you. Thank you for sticking around for this video. And as I always ask, if you've enjoyed it, please consider hitting that subscribe button and that like button. Until next time, take care and we'll talk to you soon.